Hi guys, 18dap here and welcome to this video. Before we make a start on it, I just want to make a quick announcement. I've been lucky enough to be selected to play for the third time in the Evestrust Charity Legends football game at the Eco Power Stadium. The event sponsored by the Eco Power Group on the 7th of May 2022 at the Eco Power Stadium. Tickets are available. Contact me on my socials if you want any. Donations will be greatly appreciated. Link to the donation pages in the description down below. And also a big thank you to C&K Decorators for a personal sponsor for me. Great decorators. If you need any decorating work done, please get in touch with them. Links to their socials are in the description down below. It's going to be a good game. Get yourself down there. But for now, let's get on with this video. Hi guys and welcome to this match preview for a massive game down at the bottom of League 1. It's Fleetwood Town against Doncaster Rovers. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you very much for sticking around on the channel. Thank you for the support, it is greatly appreciated. If this video has brought you to the channel and you're new, this is the format that we go through match previews. And if you are new, please consider clicking subscribe so that you don't miss any future content. But yeah, the format that we go through, we look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to profile, choose the opponent's one to watch, but as I always say, you know your club much better than what I do, so please, in the comments down below, let me know if you think I've missed the mark on this Fleetwood player. And then to round the video off, there's three predictions. Predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub. Me and the family have got predictions league table, so there's an update on that. And then the all-important score prediction at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings between Doncaster and Fleetwood, and there's not too many to be fair. Only faced off a total of 13 times in our history, with Rovers coming out on top on 3 occasions, Fleetwood winning 7, and we've shared the spoils on 3. So Fleetwood a bit of a bogey team, so not what we wanted to hear coming into this massive 6-pointer at the bottom of League 1. Drilling into the last 5 meetings and going back to 2019 August, that was the last time we beat Fleetwood, and it was at home, a 3-2 victory there. And then February 2020, it was a 2-1 defeat away from home. And then in February 2021, this for me was the point where Doncaster Rovers became rubbish. We've not had much luck or much to cheer about since the 3-1 defeat at Fleetwood in 2021. Since then, we seem to have just continued in a poor vein of form, and it's led to where we are now. But since then, we faced off against Fleetwood twice and got beat 1-0 in both of those, later on in 2021 and then earlier this year in January, at home, a 1-0 defeat. So overall, not great viewing for Rovers fans. We need to turn that around on Saturday if we're going to stand any chance of survival in League 1 this season. Current form does potentially lean in Doncaster's favour coming into this one. The last 5 for the Rovers, a loss, a win, a draw and 2 defeats. Fleetwood on the other hand coming into this one off the back of 5 straight defeats in their last 5. But for me, the Rovers, there was a lack of fight, lack of desire, lack of willingness, you name it, there was a lack of it to break Gillingham down last weekend, and it saw the Rovers fall to a very damaging defeat. And I think another defeat like that against another fellow struggler could be the final nail in the coffin. But we will see, because teams in and around the bottom 4 all seem to be bottling it in their own way. So I can't believe that I'm actually saying this. We still stand a chance of pulling ourselves out of the mud this late in the season. Crazy to think that we've actually got a chance to get out of this still. A win against a depleted Fleetwood team, so many injuries. I think Nappers, I will link his channel at the end of this preview, I think he says there's about 15 players injured in their squad, so it's a good opportunity to get a result against them. But they're playing pretty well, although the results don't say that. They are performing admirably, we will say. But a depleted Fleetwood squad, a win against that could ignite our survival push. The hope is there, the expectation is not. So head is saying that we're down, heart is saying we win this and we're well back in it. On to Fleetwood. As I say, they're having a bit of a torrid time of it at late with injuries, and they're coming to this crunch game at the bottom of the table, bottom of League One, without a win since the 15th of January. But that win came against Rotherham United, so it shows that Fleetwood have got the ability to play against the top teams in this league. So although the form says that it should be a Donny win, looking at that, we can't take that for granted. We've got to turn up, we've got to show fight, we've got to show energy, we've got to win those individual battles. If we don't, we'll lose the game. But Fleetwood currently outside the bottom four by only goal difference at the minute, and they're playing teams in and around them, in and around the bottom four. Coming up, they've got us, I think they've got Gillingham, I think they've got Crewe, Lincoln. So big games coming up around them, and they'll want to get points on the board and fight for survival themselves. So I'm looking forward to a tight, cagey but entertaining fixture on Saturday. Looking back at some of the results for Fleetwood though, they've taken the lead in a number of games and just ran out of steam. Tuesday night, results went our way. Fleetwood held on until the 94th minute, and it was absolute heartbreak. But Napper said in his vlog that the energy, passion, everything, the performance was there. They just couldn't hold on at Wickham. So I think Rovers need to take note of that. That Fleetwood are a very good team, but potentially run out of steam because of the lack of first team players, and the amount of games that are coming up thick and fast for them. So potentially sit in, be a solid unit for a period of the game, and then try and hit Fleetwood later on. I don't know if that's what Gary will look at doing, but for me, we could do with going out all guns blazing really and winning this game. On to player profile for the Rovers. This video I've gone with John Bostock, a bit of a journeyman. So if you don't know John Bostock, he's had 15 clubs across his career, and never really settled. He seems to have been touted as a player with bags and bags of potential, bags of ability, and he has shown that in flashes, in my opinion, across his career. But hopefully Doncaster Rovers is a bit more of a home for him. Hopefully he's a bit settled. I'm hoping to see him play in a Rovers shirt next season, because his experience and level head in the middle of the park could be vital. I think we have missed that this season. John Bostock kind of controlling a little bit more of the midfield. I think we have looked very lightweight in there. The balls come from the opposition's backline through the midfield far too easily. I think Bostock may have helped prevent that throughout the season, but he is just returning from injury and an operation. So for me, if he's starting to get minutes and game time, he could be a key player in our running and our fight for survival, which hopefully starts on Saturday. Moving on to the one to watch, this one for Fleetwood. As I said at the start of the video, you guys know your club much better than what I do, so if you think there's somebody else that we should be looking out for as Rovers fans, please, in the comments down below. But for this one, I've gone with Paddy Lane, 21-year-old midfielder. Ethan Galbraith should know him pretty well from the Northern Ireland setup. But again, according to Nappers, I get quite a bit of my information from Fleetwood, for Fleetwood off of Ben. Fantastic content creator. But he's always pretty much waxing lyrical about Paddy Lane. A very, very good player, great on the ball, position of a midfielder, but he's been utilised as a CDM in the centre midfield, centre attacking midfield. He's played on the right, he's played on the left, he played as right wing, left wing, so a very versatile player for his age. 5 goals, 8 assists, and I think if Fleetwood are going to get anything on Saturday, the creativity or the chance will potentially come from Paddy Lane. So yeah, for me, a key player in Fleetwood's squad at the minute that we need to keep tabs on, keep under control, and hopefully nullify that threat, and we'll stand a chance of coming away with something. So for me, one to watch on Saturday is Paddy Lane. Moving on to the predicted team lineup, this is thanks to FanHub, so if you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Plenty of features to get your teeth stuck into, and there's gifts and giveaways happening galore. If you are in the queue and you're wanting to get into the app quickly, there is a golden ticket that you can use. It's 18D-EM6. 4 uses left on that, so that'll help you skip the queue. And for me, my predicted team lineup for this one is as follows: Jonathan Mitchell in goal, a back four of Noyle, Williams, Olowu and Jackson, a midfield 3/5 of Dan Garner in the middle, Ethan Galbraith, Matt Smith slightly further forward, Josh Martin and Tommy Rowe on the wings, and Joe Dodo up front on his own. If Griffiths is back, I would swap Joe Dodo out for Griffiths. But yeah, for me, I think we need to win the midfield battle on Saturday. The team that wins the midfield battle will potentially go on and win the game. So for me, I'd like to see us a little bit more compact in the centre of the park and a little bit more physical in there. So Galbraith, Smith and Gardner, with the help of Martin and Rowe on the wings, or Noyle and Jackson pulling forward, should help us win that midfield battle. But we will see. That's my starting 11 predicted for Saturday. On to the Predictions League table. So me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game this season. If we get it spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the result right but not the actual scoreline, we get 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, we get no points. And this weekend, or the weekend just gone against Gillingham, there was confidence in the camp. We all went with wins, so there's no change in the table. I still sit top on 24 points, Dan in second on 23, Max in third on 17 and Chris in fourth on 14 points. Which leads me on to the all-important score prediction for Saturday's game. As I say, I'm expecting two teams that are wanting to win the game. It'll probably be cagey, it'll be nervy, but I'm hoping to see especially Donny come out and give it some and go all guns blazing and try and actually win the game. If we perform like we did on Saturday, we don't deserve to stay up. In fairness, looking back at the season, we probably don't deserve to stay up anyway. But the fact that we're still in with a chance this late on in the season just shows how poor the bottom 6 or 7 are this season. I don't think any fan of any team down there would have any arguments if they changed 4 teams to relegated to 6, because it's been a very poor season for everyone in and around us. So we need to forget about everybody in and around us and sort ourselves out, and hopefully sort ourselves out with a win on Saturday. I'm sticking my neck out. I'm going with a 2-1 win. Potentially Fleetwood take the lead. They've done it a number of times over the last couple of weeks, run out of steam and conceded late. I'd take it. I'm hoping that it's a bit more cut and dry than a 2-1, but that's my prediction for Saturday. And that's where I'm going to leave this. If you've enjoyed it, please stick a big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go and check Napper's channel out as well. I will link that on the screen as well. And all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.